So in this first video, we're going to first set up the CSS so you can edit it and make a backup and make sure that you don't ruin the site. And then we're going to go over the headers and how to change some of these things in the headers. So since Arrow is pretty customized, not a lot of it is in the actual Divi Customizer or in the actual pages themselves. Like, let me open up the home page here. You know, for the most part, usually you would go to the Customizer section and for Divi to change things like, you know, this header color here and stuff. But since we're changing that on hover, there's really no spot in the Customizer for the primary menu. There's no hey hover color or stuff like that. There's some things in here, but we're overriding some of the color stuff here. There's other stuff like menu height, logo stuff. That stuff should work for the most part. General text size and letter spacing. Actually, yeah, the menu height's not going to work either. That's all in the code because we're doing some special things with this. And I think this is, yeah, that doesn't matter either. Yeah, so on text size though, that should, yeah, that does make a difference in letter spacing. Yep. Anyway, I'm not going to save those. I'm going to leave that and just go over this. I mean, hopefully most folks will be able just to dive in and make some basic color changes, and then boom, they're ready to go. They won't have to mess around with the font sizes as much, but you will want to change these things. So we'll show you how to do that. So this site's actually on a multi-site. So I've opened up another WordPress install, and for you to get to your Arrow CSS, you're going to go to Appearance and then Editor, and that's actually going to have, it's going to say Arrow up here and whatnot. And what you're going to do is you're going to select all of this, and you're going to copy and then paste it into a code editor. Now, I prefer this one right now, this brackets.io. I absolutely love it. It makes changing things like colors so easy. Another one I recommend is that I've used a lot in the past is Atom, Atom.io, and these are both for Mac or PC. It just says download for Mac because it knows I'm on a Mac. Same thing here. It's if you're on a PC, you should be able to download this. But either one of these is going to be great. I'm actually using brackets, and so I've already got the Arrow CSS downloaded. But the first thing I always do is after you well, here, let me go ahead and copy this and let me act like I'm starting from scratch. So you're going to go in and you're going to select all this code, right? And it's going to have Arrow up here. You're going to copy it, and then let me go ahead and get rid of these. And then you're going to go over to your text editor. We're going to do File, New. Usually I save it right away, and I'll just call it Arrow.css to the desktop. Actually, I'll call this one Arrow Backup.css to the desktop. Save it, and then I'm just going to go ahead and paste in all that code and save it again. And then I'm going to actually close this window, Command W for me. But this is the backup file. So I'm going to go ahead and make up another one, and I'm going to save another new file. I'm just going to save this one as Arrow.css, and desktop is fine. And then paste in the code. And then another thing I like to do is down here, I like to put the edited date. So today is April 25th, 2017. And I'll just say last edited. That way, if someone else works on it, you can kind of help figure out what's going on there. So again, let me go all the way to the top here and save this. So on our desktop here, we have a couple files. We have the Arrow backup that if things go wrong, no big deal. We can just open this up and copy paste everything back in. And we got our arrow.css here. And then where you'll be, I should let that other install open. Where you will be pasting the code, if you go back into Appearance Editor, after you make your updates, you'll select all, copy, and then you would go in here, select all. You would delete this, and then paste in your code. So I'm gonna actually pause this and get this ready for the multi-site real quick. All right, I'm back. So I've opened up for the multi-site. I've opened up the arrow theme. Your appearance editor, which I don't have because it's multi-site, but your appearance editor should look somewhat similar to this. And so now we're all at the same starting point. So let's test this out. For example, let me just change something that's going to be pretty easy here. Okay, like this gradient text should be pretty easy to change. Well, we got some. Well, actually, I'm just going to first just kind of scroll through, and this is the wrong one here. Let me get the arrow one open. Here we go. I'm just going to kind of scroll through, and oh, I see. I copied the wrong theme. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and select all, my arrow, copy, and then select all in here, delete it, paste in there. There we go. Save that, and then I'm gonna make sure my backup one. I'm gonna open that one up. Yeah, okay, that one's wrong too. So there we go. You'll copy the right one, and you'll see down here. I guess I have April 19th. I'm gonna do April 25. And I'll just say 2017, why not? Save that. And then this one down here at the bottom, yeah, I'm just going to change that to April 25. All right, sorry about that. Hopefully that all made sense right there. Basically, I have let me close this here. All right, so now I have my arrow backup here. If I open that in brackets, it's got April 25th. This is the one that I'm going to leave alone. I could actually even select all and copy this. Command A, Command C, and I can go in here and paste it in here and go ahead and update this and refresh my arrow page just to make sure that that is in fact, yep, everything's fine. So that's my backup, and it says up here arrow backup. So I'm not going to use it. I'm going to close that window. And then now I'm going to go ahead and open up. So we'll go ahead and store this somewhere that I can't mess with it. And I'm going to go ahead and open up this arrow.css right here, which is exactly the same as what I have in my theme editor here for the CSS. So yeah, this is a little bit different than the regular deal. But in the next video, we'll start adjusting we'll start with the headers and go over how to change some of these colors and stuff, and it'll be good to go. So we'll see you in the next video.